Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the University of Central Asia. Today is the graduation day, and we are thrilled to have you join us for the special occasion. My name is Aynazik, and I have the honor to be your MC from Naryn campus. This year, 33 students will be graduating from Naryn campus with degrees in Communications and Media and Computer Science. Additionally, 27 students will be graduating in Khorog campus with degrees in Global Economics and Earth and Environmental Sciences. These students have spent 5 years on the spectacular campus learning from exceptional professors. As students of UCA, we have experienced the institution's rich traditions from the beginning. Our education emphasized the sustainable development of mountain communities through the transformative power of learning. We are coming to you live from 2 campuses, and I'll be back in just a moment when the procession with faculty and students is ready to enter. Stay tuned for more. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to welcome the academic procession. Айымдар жана мырзалар, бардыңыздарды ордуңуздардан туруп, биздин бүтүрүүчүлөрдү жылуу тосуп алууга чакырам. and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthems of the founding states of UCA and the Nasheed of the Ismaili Imamat. Ayımдар жана мырзалар, азыр Борбордук Азия университетин негиздеген 3 мамлекеттин жана Исмаилит имаматынын гимндери ойнолмокчу. Андыктан отурбай туруңуздарды өтүнөм. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ayımдар жана мырзалар, эми отура берсеңиздер болот. To start today's graduation proceedings, may I request Dr. Shams Kasimlakha, Chair of the Board of Trustees of the University of Central Asia, to please declare the convocation open.
I declare the 2026 convocation of the University of Central Asia open. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce our honored guest on the stage from left to right. Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan. Dr. Shams Kasim Lakha, Chair of the UCA's Board of Trustees. Mrs. Jildis Mambetova, Deputy Plenipotentiary Representative of the President of the Kyrgyz Republic in the Naryn region. Professor Dr. Christopher Gary, Rector of the University of Central Asia. Dr. Andrew Petter, Trustee of UCA and President Emeritus of Simon Fraser University, Vancouver, Canada. Dr. Sharafat Mamadambarova, Trustee of UCA, Member of the Board of Governors of the Institute of Ismaili Studies. Mrs. Bakht Yesekina, Trustee of UCA, Founder and Director of the Green Academy, think tank National School of Public Administration under the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Now, I'm passing the floor to my fellow MC in Khorog. Sabina, over to you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce our honored guests on the stage from right to left. Dr. Diana Pauna, Dean of UCA School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Nazar Kuchakshoyev, Associate Dean of UCA's School of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you, Sabina. It's my honor to invite Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan to deliver the welcome address of the Chancellor to the class of 2026.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Ministers, Honorable Governors, Chair and Member of the Board of Trustees, Rector, faculty, and staff of the University of Central Asia, parents, partners, and friends, and most importantly, dear graduates of the class of 2026. It is a great pleasure to be with you today, and it's an honor to share this moment with you and with your families here in Naryn. Speaking from my own relatively recent experience, convocation is a day where you may feel gratitude. You may feel pride and relief for having completed your undergraduate degree. You may feel excitement for everything to come. But today may also be bittersweet. You may be saying goodbye to friends with whom you've spent much of the last 5 years with. You might be nervous about the world that you're entering and finding your place in it. Believe me, I felt all of these emotions myself not so long ago. But no matter how much may be running through your head today, I'd like you to keep the following in mind. In a world changing as quickly as ours, dedicating any amount of time to completing an undergraduate degree is a serious consideration. Leaving your homes and your families behind is daunting. And quite frankly, coming to the UCA was a leap of faith. This relatively young university, with its close-knit student body, its small faculty, and in such remote locations, probably caused you and your families a second or even a third round of consideration. But this is what makes the UCA and your time being a part of it so special. Young institutions require a certain spirit, a patience, and character from everyone to help build them. And it's required all the more from each and every one of you over the last 5 years. That choice says something about you. It says you're curious, It says that you're open to new terrain, that you're prepared to trust yourselves and one another, even when the path ahead isn't quite clear. It says that you're willing to take a leap of faith. Now, those qualities may not be written on your diploma, but they are in you and may prove to be amongst the most important parts of your education. So I ask you, let it not be the last risk you take. Let this not be the last leap of faith. I hope that you will carry forward the curiosity that brought you here. I hope you will keep trusting yourselves to tread new terrain. This is your achievement, and it's a moment of great pride for your families, your teachers, and the whole UCA community. On behalf of all those gathered here today, I offer you my warmest congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I've shared a few of my own reflections on this milestone occasion. It is now my honor to share with you a message from my brother, the Chancellor of the University, His Highness the Aga Khan. Dear graduates, members of the university, families, friends, I'm very pleased to send my warmest greetings to you on this important day. I regret that I'm not able to be with you in person, but I'm very glad that Prince Ali is with you in Naryn and that this convocation brings together the university community, both in Naryn and in Khorog. UCA was created as one university across more than one place. Today, even when separated by borders and by distance, you gather as a single community. To the graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations. This is a day of achievement for each of you. It's also a day of pride for your families, who have supported you with love and with sacrifice. It is a day of pride for your teachers, who have guided and challenged you. And it is a day of gratitude to all those whose work has made your education possible: the faculty and staff, the Board of Trustees, the donors, the volunteers, the partners, and the communities that have stood behind this university. A graduation is always a personal milestone, but yours has a special place in the history of the University of Central Asia. You graduate 25 years after the treaty was signed to establish this institution. That treaty brought together the presidents of Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan, and the Ismaili Imamate in a bold commitment to the peoples of this region, and especially to its mountain communities. It is therefore only right to acknowledge the vision of the UCA's founders. I do so with particular gratitude for the vision and the dedication of my late father, His Highness the Aga Khan IV, the university's first chancellor. He believed deeply that talent is not limited by geography. He believed that young people in mountain communities should have access to education of the highest quality. And he believed that knowledge, when joined with ethics and service, could improve the quality of life for individuals, for families, and societies. That vision remains at the heart of the UCA. 25 years is a meaningful span of time. It's long enough to see that the founding idea was sound, to recognize the dedication of those who have built this university with such care, and to celebrate real achievements. But 25 years is also a moment to look ahead. The world around us is changing quickly. Knowledge is growing at a remarkable speed. Technology is reshaping economies and societies. Climate change is affecting lives and livelihoods, especially in mountain regions. And the needs of communities are becoming more and more complex. That is why this anniversary year has not only been a time of celebration, it's also been a time of reflection and renewal. As part of that work, the university has undertaken a strategic review to consider how it can strengthen its focus, deepen its impact, and remain true to its mandate. The task ahead is not to become a different university. It's to become an even stronger one, more focused, more sustainable, and still able to serve the people and the societies for whom it was created. That is why, today, I wish to speak to the graduates most directly. You are the true measures of this university. Buildings, programs, and strategies matter, but the success of a university is measured by the lives of its graduates and by their contributions to others. Your education has given you knowledge and skills. I hope it has also strengthened your judgment, deepened your sense of responsibility, prepared you to listen with care and to think independently, and to work with others in a spirit of respect. You are entering a world that will ask much of you. To adapt to change, to make choices in uncertain conditions, to use new tools wisely, and to care not only about your own success, but also about the well-being of your communities. I hope you will meet that world with confidence. Not the confidence that claims to have every answer, but the confidence that comes from preparation, from values, and from knowing that you are part of something larger than yourselves. Wherever life now takes you, I hope you will remain connected to one another and to the communities that you serve and the University of Central Asia. As UCA continues to evolve, you too will have opportunities to serve, to lead, and to help shape the future of this region. My hope is that you will carry forward the spirit that brought this university into being. A spirit of courage, of curiosity, of service, and of confidence in the future. Once again, I offer my warmest congratulations to the class of 2026. May the years ahead bring you fulfillment, wisdom, and many opportunities to contribute to the societies that you will serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan. May I now invite Professor Dr. Christopher Gary, Rector of UCA, to address the class of 2026.
Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan, Honourable Deputy Governor, Dean Diana Pauner, Chair and members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff of the university, parents, partners, family members and friends, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Good morning, Naryn. Good morning, Khorog, and congratulations. Today, we celebrate the 6th graduating undergraduate cohort of the University of Central Asia. There are 61 graduates, 22 computer scientists, 12 graduates of communications and media, 17 economists, 10 earth and environmental scientists. You come from 6 countries: Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Russia. Many of you come from small towns and rural communities, and some of you are the first in your families to attend university. All of you have worked extraordinarily hard to arrive at this moment. Today is a celebration of your achievement. But it is also an important moment to reflect on the world into which you are graduating. And I must confess that over recent months, I've found myself thinking a great deal about that world. Not because it is uniquely difficult. Each generation faces its own sets of challenges. But because it feels as though we are entering an age of extraordinary possibility and uncertainty at one and the same time. Artificial intelligence is transforming the way we work, learn, create, and live. Climate change is reshaping the physical world around us. Technology is accelerating. Information is everywhere. And yet, for all our advances, many societies seem increasingly divided, uncertain, and anxious about their futures. And as I thought about this, I was reminded of a line written almost 100 years ago by the British-American poet T.S. Eliot. He asked, Where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? Where is the knowledge we have lost in information? And it's a remarkable question. And perhaps it's even more remarkable because Eliot asked this decades before the internet, social media, smartphones, or artificial intelligence emerged. Yet somehow he anticipated one of the defining challenges of our age. We have more information than any generation in history. Increasingly, we have machines capable of generating yet more information too. But information is not knowledge, and knowledge is not wisdom. Knowing something is not the same as understanding it. Understanding something is not the same as knowing what to do about it. And these distinctions matter because the greatest challenges facing our world are not simply technical challenges. Climate change is not merely a scientific problem, it is a human problem. Economic development is not simply about growth rates, it's about opportunity, fairness, and dignity. Artificial intelligence is not merely a technological phenomenon, it's an ethical one. Again and again, we discover that the questions that matter most are questions of judgment. And that leads to what I think may be one of the great paradoxes of our times. Many people fear that artificial intelligence will make human beings less important. I am quite sure that the opposite is true. The more technologically powerful our world becomes, the more valuable deeply human capabilities become. Judgment, empathy, integrity, trust, the ability to navigate uncertainty when there is no obvious answer, the ability to connect people, ideas, and communities that often exist in isolation. These qualities have always mattered, but I believe they will matter even more in the decades ahead. And this brings me to UCA. When people ask me what makes this university distinctive, I don't begin by talking about our facilities or programs or even the beautiful mountain locations of our undergraduate degrees. I talk about connections. I talk about a university that brings together students, practitioners, and researchers from different countries, languages, cultures, faiths, and backgrounds. I talk about a university that asks computer scientists to think about the environment and society, that asks economists to think about ethics, that asks environmental scientists to think about communities, that asks communicators to think critically about truth and evidence. In short, I talk about a university that encourages people to connect across worlds. And I hope that one of the most important lessons you will carry with you from your time here is not simply how to specialize, but how to connect science and society, technology and humanity, local experience and global knowledge, evidence and action, tradition and innovation, mountains and cities, cultures and communities, because the future will increasingly belong to people capable of building those bridges. And when I look at this graduating class, I see people who have already spent 4 or 5 years doing exactly this. You have lived together, learned together, disagreed with one another, worked across cultures, worked across disciplines, built friendships across borders. You have learned something that is becoming surprisingly rare in the modern world. How to live and work constructively with people who are not exactly like yourselves. And never underestimate the value of that lesson, because societies, more than ever before, need bridge builders. Communities need bridge builders. Institutions need bridge builders. Central Asia needs bridge builders. So graduates, as you leave UCA, my hope is that you leave with confidence in your abilities, but also humility about what you do not yet know. So remain curious, remain open-minded, respect evidence, listen carefully, and most important, use your knowledge generously. And remember, success is not measured solely or even at all by what you achieve for yourself, but by what you contribute to others. The world you are inheriting is uncertain, but uncertainty will not frighten you. It will invite your participation. The world does not simply need more information, it needs more wisdom. It does not simply need more technology, it needs people capable of using technology wisely. It does not simply need more specialists, it needs people capable of connecting worlds, ideas, and communities. And that is why, despite all the challenges we face, I remain and always will remain optimistic. Because when I look at UCA and at this graduating class, I see exactly those qualities. So class of 2026, congratulations. We are proud of you. We are grateful for what you have contributed to this university and what you will still contribute to this university. And we look forward to the future that you will help create. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite Mrs. Yildiz Mambetova, Deputy Plenipotentiary Representative of the Kyrgyz Republic in the Naryn region, to address the convocation.
Саламатсыздарбы, коноктор, Нарyn шаарынын коноктору, Нарyn областынын коноктору, урматтуу Ханзада Али Мухаммед Агахан мырза, урматтуу Камкорчулар кеңешинин төрагасы доктор Шамшик Касим Акка мырза, урматтуу Борбордук Азия университетинин ректору Кристофер Герре, урматтуу Агахан өнүктүрүү уюмунун Кыргызстандагы жетекчиси жана дипломатиялык өкүлү Бархат Фазал, Агахан өнүктүрүү уюмунун программалар жана башкаруу боюнча жетекчиси Алтаф Хашам мырза, ардактуу ата-энелер, кымбаттуу бүтүрүүчүлөр жана бүгүнкү аземдин катышуучулары, сиздерди Борбордук Азия университетинин Нарyn кампусундагы бүтүрүү азем менен чын жүрөктөн куттуктаймын. Урматтуу Ханзада Али Мухаммед Агахан, учурдан пайдаланып, улуу даражалуу Раким Агахан, 5-чиге ал жетектеп турган Агахан өнүктүрүү уюмунун жана Борбордук Азия университетинин Нарyn облусунун социалдык экономикалык өнүгүшүнө кошуп жаткан орчунду салымы үчүн Нарyn элинин жана жеке өзүмдүн атынан, ыйгарым укуктуу өкүл Нурбек Сатаровдун атынан терең ыраазычылыгыбызды жана ысык саламыбызды жеткирип барат деген ишеничтебиз. Мындан ары дагы кызматташуубуз жемиштүү улана берет деген үмүттөбүз. Быйыл Борбордук Азия университетинин Нарyn кампусунун жалпы 33 студент ийгиликтүү билим алып, окууларын аяктап жатат. Алардын 15-и Кыргызстандын жарандары болсо, анын ичинде 3 бүтүрүүчү Нарyn облусуна экендиги биз үчүн өзгөчө сыймык. Бул жаштар билимге болгон умтулуусу, эмгекчилдиги жана таланты менен келечекте өлкөбүздүн жана аймагыбыздын өнүгүшүнө татыктуу салым кошот деп ишенемин. Нарyn облусунда билим берүү тармагында да жакшы жыйынтыктар жаралууда. Биздин бүтүрүүчүлөр Кыргызстандагы жана дүйнөнүн алдыңкы окуу жайларына ийгиликтүү өтүп жатышат. Былтыр Нарындын 11 абитуриенти Кытай Эл Республикасына жогорку окуу жайларына, 2 абитуриент Америка Кошмо Штаттарындагы Гарвард университетине, Россия Федерациясынын жана башка өлкөлөрдө окуу жайларга өтүп окуп жатышат. Алардын катарында Борбордук Азия университетинин алгачкы бүтүрүүчүсү, компьютердик илимдер адистигинин ээси, Нарyn облусунун тургуну Нурлан Ногойбаев учурда Гарвард университетинде магистратурада жаңы технологиялар боюнча ийгиликтүү билим алып жатат. Ал буга чейин Франциянын Париж шаарындагы Сорбонна университетинде магистратурасында аяктаган. Бул жетишкендиктер жаштарыбыздын билимге болгон умтулуусун, мугалимдерибиздин үзүрүлүү эмгегинин жана ата энелердин колдоосунун натыйжасы болуп саналат. Былтыркы жыл билим берүү тармагы үчүн ийгиликтүү жылдардын бири болду. Быйыл да бул көрсөткүчтөрдүн дагы жаңыртып, мындан ары көп абитуриенттерибизди жетишкендиктер менен сыймыктанабыз деп терең ишенемин. Борбордук Азия университетинин алдындагы Нарyn шаарындагы профессионалдык жана үзгүлтүксүз билим берүү мектеби 20 жылдык мезгил мерчеминде Кыргызстандын кыска мөөнөттүү жана практикалык көндүмдөрүн үйрөтүүгө багытталган билим берүү программаларын сунуштап келет. Нарyn шаарындагы окуу борбору аркылуу англис тили, маалыматтык технологиялар, бухгалтердик эсеп-кысап, ишкердүүлүк жана жалпы республикалык тестирлөөгө даярдоо, ошондой эле калктын аярлуу катмарындагы таланттуу окуучуларга акысыз колдоо көрсөтүүнү камтыган бир катар курстарды окутуп келет. Мындан тышкары аталган мектеп ишкердикти өнүктүрүү жана стандарттарды колдоо борбору аркылуу жергиликтүү ишкерлерди колдоп, жаңы бизнес түзүүгө жана мурунку ишкерчүүлүктү кеңейтүүгө мүмкүнчүлүктөрдү түзүп келүүдө. Урматтуу бүтүрүүчүлөр, сиздин алган билимиңиздерди мекенибиздин өнүгүшүнө, элибиздин бакубат жашоосуна арнап, кесибиңиздердин мыкты адистеринен болушуңуздарга тилектешпиз. Бүгүнкү ийгилигиңиздер ата энеңиздердин, окутуучуларыңыздардын жана өзүңүздөрдүн талыкпас эмгегиңиздер. Ар бириңиздерге бекем ден соолук, ишиңиздерге ийгилик, жаркын келечек жана бийик жетишкендиктерди каалайм. Жолуңуздар ачык болсун, келечегиңиздер кең болсун. Урматтуу коноктор, урматтуу Ханзада Али Мухаммед Агахан мырза, сизге биздин Нарyn элинин атынан белегибиз бар эле тапшырып койгонго уруксат этиңиз.
Thank you, Mrs. Mambetova. Now, let me give the floor to my fellow MC in Khorog. Sabina, over to you.
Thank you, Aynazik. At university convocations, valedictorians are chosen for their extraordinary academic and extracurricular achievements. This year, the valedictorian of UCA's convocation for the class of 2026 is Said Shujaat Ali, major in global economics. On behalf of the class of 2026, I congratulate Said Shujaat Ali and request him to address the convocation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Highness Prince Rahim Aga Khan, Chancellor of the University of Central Asia, Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan, Dr. Shams Qasim Lakha, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, distinguished representatives of the governments of Tajikistan and the Kyrgyz Republic, Professor Christopher Gary, Rector of UCA, Dean Diana Pauna, esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, proud families, and above all, my friends and fellow graduates of the class of 2026. Hello and assalamu alaikum. My name is Sayyid Shujaat Ali, and it is with deep gratitude and humility that I stand before you today as the valedictorian of the class of 2026. About 5 years ago, I was at home in Gilgit, in the mountains of northern Pakistan, watching the convocation ceremony of the class of 2021 on the screen. I do not remember how long I was sitting there, watching those graduates walk across the stage, completely lost in the moment. I did not notice how deeply I had been drawn into the scene until my mother looked at me and said quietly, "I have a deep feeling that one day you will be standing on that stage, making us all proud, inshallah." Those words moved something in me. That evening, I did not only feel I would like to study at UCA, I felt I owed my mother and the community and every young person from the mountain region who would wonder, like me, whether a world-class education is truly attainable or not. I felt the urge to make those words in my head come true. And today, they have. Each one of us arrived at UCA carrying a different story. Some of us had to cross many borders and barriers. Some of us hailing from villages where the nearest paved road was hours away. Some of us said goodbye to families who would never see the city we were heading to. What we brought with us were not just our bags and our books. We brought our dreams, our community's expectations, and the subtle pressure of proving that we deserved the opportunity and that we belonged here. And we did belong here. We proved it, not just by going through the motions, but by growing with every semester, drawing closer to our true selves. Countless times, we wrestled with assignment deadlines at 11:59 at night. We endured winter nights where the cold might have made us question our life choices, but we somehow found the warmth and energy inside to make it to the 9 a.m. class. We turned self-doubts into reflections, and reflections led us to curiosity. And curiosity powered ideas, and ideas led us to the moment we are living right now. We often wrote papers about poverty, inequality, and development, all the while knowing that beyond our academic pages, many people were living those very conditions in their everyday lives. And along this winding path, there were nights when I sat alone and genuinely questioned myself if I was good and doing enough to be here. And I think most of us had those moments of doubt, perhaps not so different from the doubts that our parents felt when they first sent us away, yet trusting that something better awaited us in that journey. What carried us through was the same spirit that had them believing in us, the firm, unshakable resolve pushing us forward. Staggering at times, well, maybe, but we never fell. And feeling today that the path was worth it. And I'm not going to be the only one to prove it right. Our founding chancellor, His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan, once said, and I quote, "I think it would be foolish to believe that there are no problems. Life is made of problems. They occur every day to just about everyone around the world. And I think it is important that we should simply accept that that is life, and we must live it fully and courageously." We graduated despite the odds and problems, but we also thrived through them. And UCA taught us this as a life-changing perspective. This journey was never ours alone. I want to express our deepest gratitude to His Highness Prince Rahim Aga Khan, whose leadership carries the founding vision forward with wisdom and purpose. To the Board of Trustees and donors, thank you for your unwavering commitment to building and guiding a university that believes in students from the world's most remote mountain regions. Thank you. To our faculty across all departments, to the professor who handed back my first assignment with more red ink than the original text, and yet stayed after the class to explain why. Thank you. That afternoon taught me more than any grade that ever could. You pushed us to think harder, write better, and pose our own questions. You gave us tools we would carry with us for life. To the student life team, the cooperative education department, the administrative staff, and to every Appa, Akka, and Khola who made these campuses feel like home. You are woven into everything that we have become. Thank you so much. And most importantly, to our families, to parents, siblings, and loved ones who made sacrifices we may never be able to fully repay. This degree belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. To my father, the man who made me who I am, to my mother, who saw something in me that evening 5 years ago before I could find it in myself. Thank you, I love you, and I hope you're proud of your son. Class of 2026. The world we are stepping into is not a calm one. Climate change is rapidly reshaping the planet we were handed. Artificial intelligence is disrupting entire industries faster than policy can follow. The future is uncertain, and it would be dishonest to pretend otherwise. But here's what I know about us. We were not shaped in comfortable conditions. We have grown up in the mountainous communities where uncertainty is not a rarity. It is the order of the day. We were, however, educated at a university that instilled in us the curiosity to ask hard questions and resist easy answers. We have already lived through disruption and come out on top with a clearer vision and more capable hands. So be hopeful, not with passive hopes waiting for things to improve by themselves, but with active dedication to building and creating. Apply yourself to the future of the communities, counting on you to be a beacon of hope and change. And the world simply does not want us to be perfect. It needs us to be present, persistent, and purposeful. UCA did not just teach us how to think. It taught us who to think and care for. And we come from the mountains, and the mountains teach us this wisdom that the summit is not the end, but simply a higher perspective, bringing into view the next valley and peak worth exploring. So keep climbing and do so together. Congratulations, my dear class of 2026.
Thank you for that inspiring speech, Shujat Ali. Convocation is a unique day for our graduates, but it's also a day of celebration for the faculty and staff who guide and nurture learning and values at this institution. We are deeply grateful to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to recognize the hard work, dedication, and achievements of the students. The presentation of degree, which the students have been waiting for with much anticipation. We now begin the degree presentations, starting with graduates receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree in Communications and Media. May I kindly request Prince Ali Muhammad Aga Khan, Dr. Kasim Lakha, Professor Gary and Mrs. Jildes Mambatova to please stand to present the degrees. Aygerim Janishbekova, Kyrgyzstan. Altınay Turgun, Kyrgyzstan, cum laude. Amjad Asalbekov, Tajikistan. Ayana Namazalieva, Kyrgyzstan. Ayana Supoyeva, Kyrgyzstan. Faridun Karabozov, Russian Federation. Farzona Mamadrasulova, Tajikistan. Inessa Bayduloyeva, Tajikistan. Nurkamal Jitigenova, Kyrgyzstan, cum laude. Sharora Ismail Shoyeva, Tajikistan, cum laude. Ekaterina Shubina, Kazakhstan, cum laude. Now is the presentation of degrees for graduates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Ayzirek Iskenderova, Kyrgyzstan. Alfiya Joldoshova, Kyrgyzstan. Ali Davlatshoyev, Tajikistan. Alisher Isayev, Kyrgyzstan. Anis Partovov, Tajikistan. Aruke Sanjarbekova, Kyrgyzstan. Bahrom Saidashurov, Tajikistan. Cholpon Ishenbekova, Kyrgyzstan. Dastan Akatov, Kyrgyzstan. Erkinbek Dushekeyev, Kyrgyzstan. Firuz Azizbekov, Tajikistan. Marzia Taban Jafari, Afghanistan. Muzaffar Nazarkhudoyev, Tajikistan. Ramzi Abdulalishoyev, Tajikistan. Ramzi Shotmonbekov, Tajikistan. Raul Shotmonbekov, Tajikistan. Saadat Orozova, Kyrgyzstan, magna cum laude, diploma with excellence. Savera Mushtaq, Pakistan, magna cum laude, diploma with excellence. Said Zamanuddin Adim, Afghanistan. Khorog Umarov, Tajikistan. Sultan Toxtamambetov, Kyrgyzstan. Wasim Jafar, Pakistan. That concludes the degree presentations in Naryn. Thank you very much, Mrs. Mambetova, Prince Ali Muhammad Agakhan, Dr. Kasim Lakha, and Professor Gary. Please, now allow me to pass the floor to my fellow MC in Khorog for the diploma presentations.
Thank you, Naryn. Now is the presentation of degrees for graduates receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Global Economics. May I request the Rector of the State University of Khorog, Mr. Komilbek, to come on stage, Dean Dr. Diana Pauna, and Dr. Kholif Nazar Kuchakshoev to present the degrees. Students are requested to line up at the designated location near the stage. Dovud Asadullayev, Tajikistan. Faridun Kurbanbekov, Tajikistan. Bunliso Bunyodbekova, Russian Federation. Maria Kosar, Pakistan, cum laude, diploma with excellence. Mutahar Hussain, Pakistan, cum laude, diploma with excellence. Muzaffar Ali, Pakistan, cum laude. Navruz Kurbanmamadov, Tajikistan. Navruz Mamad Davlat Mamadov, Tajikistan. Nazarmo Abdullayeva, Tajikistan. Teomedin Pahlavonov, Tajikistan. Shujat Ali, Pakistan, summa cum laude. Ubaydo Mamadniyazov, Tajikistan. Yasmina Alibekova, Tajikistan. Zafar Shobulbulov, Tajikistan. Daftibek Nasridinov, Tajikistan. Zishan Ali, Pakistan, cum laude, diploma with excellence. Ayratshor Shohniyazov, Tajikistan. Now is the presentation of degrees for graduates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Earth and Environmental Sciences. Students are requested to line up at the designated location near the stage. Naryn Zainab, Pakistan, magna cum laude, Diploma of Excellence. Dilloza Mamadrizabekova, Tajikistan, cum laude. Farishtavo Elnazarova, Tajikistan. Fasiuddin, Pakistan, cum laude. Ghulam Hussein Maratbekov, Tajikistan. Karomatullah Jafarxonov, Tajikistan, cum laude. Sadam Khudobakhshov, Tajikistan. Shahnoza Fazlonshoyeva, Tajikistan, magna cum laude. Shohmansur Rahmatshoyev, Tajikistan. Sidra Alam, Pakistan, magna cum laude. This concludes the degree presentations at Khorog campus. Thank you, Mr. Kamil Begzoda. Thank you, Dean Paula and Dr. Kuchakshoyev. Aynazik, over to you.
Thank you, Khorog. Over the course of 1 year, we have been celebrating outstanding achievements of UCA and our 25 years history. Now, we would like to show the highlights of UCA's year-long Silver Jubilee celebrations.
Central Asia is a very picturesque part of the world because soaring mountains and major glaciers of the world, beautiful lakes at 10,000 feet above sea level. The valleys are verdant, you can see wild horses, and you can also see people living in those remote areas, whether they are nomads or they are settled in villages. But mountain societies are often left behind in the development race. It is said that the higher you live in the mountain regions, the poorer you are, which is why it is important that people are trained in those areas so that they can make a difference and they can create economic opportunities for their own society. The idea of this university was brought to His Highness Prince Karim Aga Khan in 1995 when he visited Central Asia for the first time.
Through our own culture.
Intellectuals and leaders of countries of Central Asia requested him to establish a university in Central Asia. Then it was decided that the University of Central Asia should be established as a regional university under an international treaty to be signed by the states of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and the Ismaili Imamate. It would have programs and campuses in all three countries and focus on the improvement of the quality of life of people who live in mountain regions of Central Asia and beyond.
The mountains of Central Asia are not peripheral. They lie at the heart of the region's future, across Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and in neighbouring countries. Often, these regions have real potential, but they've been underserved by opportunity. So for the University of Central Asia, developing knowledge, talent, and solutions can help create a more sustainable and prosperous future for these underserved regions.
Central Asia and its mountain communities face many challenges, including the impacts of climate change, building reliant communities, alleviating poverty through quality economic growth, and advancing technological innovation. These problems are analytically complex, and there are no easy solutions. The fundamental goal is to achieve levels of excellence in research, measured by global standards, to bring genuine value to those we are committed to educating.
My journey with the University of Central Asia began long before I became a university student. I started studying at the School of Professional and Continuing Education when I was in the 7th grade. Studying at SPC provided academic foundation to pursue opportunities beyond my immediate environment, so it actually helped me to compete internationally. Global economics was the major I really want to pursue, and in 2017, in September, my journey at UCA Khorog campus started. Last semester, I was invited to teach Introductory to Microeconomics course. It was quite exciting to stand on the other side of the same classroom where a couple of years ago I was a student myself.
Борбордук Азия университетин биздин Нарын шаарынын өнүгүүсүнө чоң салым кошуп келет да. Биздин жергиликтүү студенттер дагы бул жерде окушат, алар үчүн да жакшы жеңилдиктер берилген.
I will start working at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Kyrgyz Republic. I feel honored, and I think it's the right time for me to actually start working for the community, because at UCA we have been always taught that we should give back to our communities and value the communities where we are from. The horizon is clear, so I feel like the mountains are supporting me to get higher and higher and achieve things which are higher than these mountains.
I'm from Khorog. I've always wanted to do something meaningful. I joined the School of Professional and Continuing Education of the University of Central Asia, where I started to study English language, and I joined the accounting technology program there. These really helped me to further grow in my career, and I continued my education at Cambridge University, which opened entirely new doors for me. After graduating from Cambridge University, I joined the University of Central Asia School of Arts and Science, and I became a faculty member at economics program, and I started teaching different business and management courses for the students. Besides teaching, we have a responsibility of providing community services. And together with our colleagues, we designed a project to provide business consulting to the local enterprises in Khorog. With this project, we aim also to mentor our students to gain the real-world experiences. Hopefully, after obtaining the PhD degree, I will continue my career in academia, and I really want to come back and continue working with UCA.
ما امید زیادی داریم از صفت تعلیم در این دانشگاه و از فعالیت ختم کرده های این دانشگاه در کشورهای مختلف.
Проживаю в городе Талдыкурган. Университет Центральной Азии, находящийся в Текелях, это расстояние от Талдыкургана до Текелей примерно час езды. В 2009 году впервые появился университет Центральной Азии, который проводил практическое обучение по международным стандартам.
Ирина своим примером показала, что, в принципе, если у тебя есть такая мотивация, то, несмотря на все препятствия физические, ты можешь сделать хороший успех в своей карьере. Вот это расстояние между Талдыкурганом и Текеле она преодолевала каждый день, чтобы приехать сюда на курс. Еще один аспект нашей работы – это показать то, что обучение доступно для всех. Причем обучение высокого уровня на международных стандартах. В нашем здании абсолютная доступность лиц с любыми нарушениями.
Других источников у нас на тот момент не было. Без этих практических знаний я бы, наверное, не смогла продолжать дальше работу бухгалтера.
В 2025 году мы спрогнозировали прорыв озера Такартор за 2 недели. Эти озера являются самым нестабильным, что есть среди прорывоопасных озер, и также могут вызвать последствия внизу долин. После того, как мы определили опасность, мы информировали государственные органы, то есть было принято решение на уровне министра чрезвычайных ситуаций о строительстве временных защитных дамб для того, чтобы защитить 2 поселка и отвести поток, чтобы он пошел по основному руслу. Порядка 400 человек было эвакуировано из 2 сел.
Бізде бияқтарын қаптайды деп ойлаған емес елек. Бұл жерде қаптайды деген бізде ешқашан ойда болған емес. Бізге қорқынышты болды, бұлардың ағып келгені аябай қорқынышты көрінеді екен. Таштар бір-біріне ұрылғанда бұл жерден бу эле шығып қалды да, тарс-турс болуп эле.
В последние годы данная тематика – это опасные природные процессы и криосфера. Есть тенденция к увеличению в Центральной Азии. Возрастает количество прорывоопасных озер. Практически каждый год происходят прорывы высокогорных озер. Соответственно, да, есть тенденция к тому, что есть прямая взаимосвязь между криосферными опасностями и изменением климата.
We take the knowledge that we generate and we translate it into real-world actions. Take Vitali's work, for example. This shows how really complex, high-level, international standard scientific research can be brought into practical use, protecting vulnerable communities and infrastructure in mountain regions.
Как раз-таки сейчас мы занимаемся разработкой новых методов для определения опасностей с использованием изотопных методов. И сейчас это будет применяться впервые, апробировано на Центральную Азию, затем это будет уже апробировано на другие горные регионы, на всю Горную Азию.
Education can be transformative, not just for the individual, but for their families, for their communities, and how they can inspire others. Taken together, in fact, all of these examples and many more show how a university functioning across education, research, innovation, ecosystems can really transform individual lives, community lives, and the future trajectory of countries and regions.
I feel even more confident about the future. 25 years is a blink of an eye in terms of a university's life. But the first 25 years are where the foundation has been strongly laid, and going forward, the university will make a significant contribution to improving the quality of life of the people who live in mountain regions, also in other parts of the world.
Dear Dr. Shams Kasimlakha, you are kindly invited to announce the closing of the Silver Jubilee celebrations.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to the graduates and to the parents, faculty, and everyone present here today. I declare the convocation for 2026 closed.
Thank you, Dr. Kasimlakha. This brings us to the close of today's program. All that remains for me is to thank all of you in Naryn and in Khorog for being with us on this special and memorable day. Congratulations once again to all graduates of the University of Central Asia, class of 2026. May I now request the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Shams Kasimlakha, to declare the convocation closed. Thank you. Please remain seated while the academic procession leaves the marquee.